Welcome to Montreal, everybody. We are here in the Arena Sylvio Mantha, downtown Montreal, for a great day of NRL action. Day 2 of the Montreal Hub. Cassandra, welcome.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing just great. Had a fantastic sleep.
There you go. That's what we need for today's exciting matchups here that we have with us. Atlantic Attack in black versus Eastern Ontario in beige here. Should be an exciting game.
It should be. It was a good morning, nice and crisp outside.
Definitely fall morning.
A good walk here, let's say. The arena is fantastic. It's a great place to see some Ringette. Yesterday we certainly saw a lot of good work by the teams. Some learning opportunities certainly for some, and this is only, I believe, the second hub of the season so far.
Yeah, on the eastern side, I believe it is the second hub. The first hub was held in New Brunswick earlier this season, and now we're in Montreal for the second hub. And should be another nice conclusion here. Absolutely.
So we have a video here. You're going to like this. It's been upscaled from 1979. Just give you a little bit of history, and you get to see some things of how Ringette was at the time, and pay close attention to the styles. That's my favorite part.
And absolutely. A nice throwback there to our sport.
Ringette is a Canadian game designed exclusively for girls. Basically, it is played on ice with a ring and a bladeless stick. It was invented in Ontario in the mid-1960s and ever since has been soaring in popularity. Today, there are between 50 and 60,000 girls in Canada who play Ringette, and 350 of those gathered here in Winnipeg for the first ever Canadian Championships. 16-year-old Lisa Lowe has been playing Ringette for 9 years. She is a center for a team from Ajax, Ontario. Tell me how you got started in Ringette 9 years ago.
I had to go undercover. I was supposed to say I was 8 years old, but I really wasn't, so that's how I started.
And Lisa finished this game with 1 goal and 1 assist. In the second period, Ontario outscored Manitoba 5-3 to win 8-6.
I hope it goes in the history books. I'll probably remember it for the rest of my life. I'll probably tell it to my grandchildren.
Wow, it's fantastic.
How about that hairstyle?
Just love that. I think that's my next move for sure. But no, honestly, I was just looking at that thinking, for a 16-year-old, like, excellent posture and just so polite and wonderful and great description of the sport, which was a lot different then. Like back, I believe, the defense had their own colored sticks to know who defense, where they were playing, and yeah, a lot of different pieces here. But overall, still the same game. Playing hard in the corners, playing hard in the ring, making things happen.
Absolutely. And I think that the biggest changes here is just the evolution generally in sports, the training that's done, the equipment that now is available, and all the opportunities that we have for Ringette today is just absolutely amazing with the Canadian Games, the World Championships, and the National Ringette League. It's only been here since 2002. So we've come a long way to get to where we are today, and it's just really great to see all these athletes come together this weekend.
Absolutely. Okay, let's take a look at 85. We have another video for you. This one's is fantastic.
When Sports Weekend asked me to come and cover Ringette, I had the same question everybody else had. What is Ringette?
I don't know. Do you know what Ringette is?
Well, I really don't know.
I guess something to do with a ball. I don't know. Hey, what do you think?
Girls play it? It's girls hockey. That's what it is. Isn't it?
But the process of moving the ring down the ice is what makes the game of Ringette different. You know, in hockey, they have an offside where a player cannot cross the blue line before the puck. Well, in Ringette, that's out. No player in Ringette may carry the puck across any line. One of the more interesting stories at these championships is about number 2, 17-year-old Brita Lind of Saskatchewan. Through the skills obtained in Ringette, she is looking at a possible scholarship to university.
Well, I have a chance to go to Harvard, to play hockey. The coach phoned me, he said that I went first on his recruitment list. And as soon as they heard Canadian and that I once played hockey, they just think that, Wayne Gretzky or something.
One of the big problems in Ringette, we've talked to some of the officials, they'd like to speed up the game. And in order to do that, they may have to go to a shot clock. And we asked Marnie Gutterson how much this would affect Manitoba's game.
generally it will affect the game of ringette. It'll make it a much faster game. It'll change Manitoba style, because I know our style does deal with a lot of ring ragging. I think it would be better generally for the game of ringette. It would speed the game up, and we would just have to learn how to change our style.
Here we see Betty Shields, president of Ringette Canada, present the Jean Sauvé Cup to the Manitoba champions, the girls from Winnipeg. And as we said, 4 years, 4 times out of 5 years is not bad in any sport. Right back at it in the fall, all winding up with their national championships next year in Regina, Saskatchewan. So from Dollard, Des Ormeaux, back to Sports Weekend Control in Toronto.
Fantastic. Everybody ready to go here. Crowd's looking forward to a great game. Looks like Sarah Pelisek is going to start this game for Eastern Ontario. It's been a learning weekend, certainly for all the teams, but especially Eastern Ontario is a younger team, as has been mentioned several times. And for the attack,
it seems to be number 31, Noémie Morin.
It is Morin, isn't it? Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, and they have Jasmine LeBlanc on the roster as well. She's injured, listed as injured here. I know Fraser did play at least one, if not both, of the games yesterday. So I'm not really sure how that's working out. But Eastern Ontario is starting with a ring, makes the zone, gets to the close wall. She's going to take a cycle, back out to the wall, curls back in, just trying to feel out the triangle a little bit here. Good stab. Tries to get a shot through there. Comes off of the hand of an attack defender. Picked up by Morin. Dishes right. And this will be the attack's first go at it. Coming off the far side of the neutral zone.
And a way to stick to the player there to defend off that offensive attack by the Atlantic.
Especially in that corner. Just put him in the tee in the blue line to the wall there, eh? Holds him up there.
Just like we saw right here, both Eastern players kind of pinching in the Atlantic player against the boards. And as soon as the player of Atlantic attack not moving that ring, the ref needs to call that and stop the play and give the ring back to the other team.
It's a perfect defensive play. Just close them up. You don't actually have to steal the ring. You just need to stop it.
Exactly. You want to slow down that play as much as you can.
In this case, the Capitals, Eastern Ontario Capitals, are going to come away with it. Fakes the first to get past the trap. Makes the second one. And can't get a shot away there. Into the corner. Into the dirty area where the Zamboni lives.
And you can see that gap right there, too. You don't want to get stuck there too much.
How is that as a player, Cassandra?
I always found it very stressful going to those corners because we know we both want to fight for that ring. We both want the speed.
Is rough
and it's rough, and you're trying to spear it, and it's just kind of rolling away.
Mm-hmm. Capitals. Across the top of the umbrella. Tarot. Waits. Sends it out. The attack are coming out pretty far on that triangle, aren't they?
Very aggressive.
Fairly aggressive.
Yes, they are. And they're known for their aggressivity also. So great defending.
Inside, though. Nice roll off. There's the first shot. Morin makes the save easily with the shoulder. She dishes it soft out to the right. And the attack coming away in the close boards. Trying to make that neutral zone.
You can hear that communication between the teammates there to create a play and get into the offensive zone of Eastern Ontario.
It's the key, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. Communication is key.
Communication
Cliche,
is key.
But true.
But true. There's usually a reason why cliches exist.
There
sure.
You go.
That's certainly one of them. Dobbin taking that out. They get to the neutral zone now. That was That's twice now that Eastern Ontario has been able to stop that play up and deny entry.
Yeah, and I think it's a great move from them. You want to slow down Atlantic Attack. They're known for their speed, their aggressivity. So trying to capitalize on that and trying to make sure not to give them too much space.
Looking to break that trap. They go deep on this one. Step's not made clean. The attack right on top of that. It's Gallant there doing some work in the corner.
Good fight.
Good fight. And look at that 3-on. Emma Kelly involved in that play as well. The attack, just get it across. Now that ring exists, for those of you who are not sure, in both zones at the same time. So allowed to make that play. Turns around, shoot, boom.
Beautiful goal.
Top left. Can't beat a good shooter. Take a look at this.
So you see here the center kind of falls off, so she capitalizes right there on the center to rip off a shot between the two defenders.
Boy, not much space to put that in, but that's what we've been seeing all weekend.
Absolutely.
Accuracy and velocity.
The athleticism of these players is just outstanding
stellar.
to see. There seems to be something on the ice there. So they're just going to clear that up before we start the game back up.
I want to say thanks to you got the refs here, I believe. It's
yes.
just
Vincent Moisson and Chris Mayer, sorry. And we also have Marjorie Legros, who's the inbox official for the shot clocks.
Want to say thank you to them all. It's a lot of work. It's thankless often, and we appreciate everybody in the sport for sure. So thank you for being here today. 1-0 attack, and the Capitals coming out of the neutral zone. Short pass along the blue line. They break in. Rotating around. Kelly with it now. Circles back in, drops it off. Takes a wide shot. That touches the top corner of the net off the bar.
And New Brunswick, though, doing a good job really closing off that center so Eastern Ontario doesn't get into that center danger zone there.
Yeah. Statistically, after looking at where the shot placement was, about 70 or 80% of goals are scored from that slot area. And presumably because the goalie has to make a choice left or right. They're not really sure where it's going to be shot.
Exactly.
So you really want to, like, to your point, really stop that shot from the slot, as it were. Attack deep in the zone, into the corner. They scored on their first opportunity. They're making a change now. Godet. Shots up, big shot. Boy, that came in low, too. Pelisac kicks that one away. And it will scramble in behind the net. Good battle.
We'll have a crease violation, but it's waved off after 5 seconds.
The attacker will be able to establish some space here. Coming deep, great stay, Dobbin. Shot clock running down. 7. Tries to get a screenshot away. Pelisac waits on that and into her crease. She tries to go deep, but it's picked up a little stick interception there. And it's going to be given to the attack.
Yeah, definitely. And again, this time, rather than being Eastern Ontario, Atlantic Attack kind of squeezed the Eastern Ontario player. She couldn't move that ring out, so it becomes Atlantic Attack ring.
Right, same premise. And that's just good veteran work there, really.
Yes.
Knowing how to place the body.
Absolutely.
Free pass off to the right of Pelisac. The attack, lose it, and a big race in the neutral zone. Tapped off. Well, good opportunity for Eastern Ontario. Comes in, rips one. Good save. Nice work, Morin. And it pops up and over the net.
Yeah, and great to break out and way to jump on that opportunity to go for a break.
Didn't slow down.
Pass, yeah.
Attack trying to make the neutral zone here. You see 4 Capitals in the zone wide. Just trying to deny neutral zone access. Prue drops it back. It is intercepted, and the Capitals, there's whistle blown here.
Yeah, 4 in the zone. So that small red line you see above those face-off circles, that's called the any 3-in line, which indicates only 3 players of each team may enter that zone. So in this case, Eastern Ontario were already 3 in the zone, and the 4th one tried to play the ring, but just happened to be too close to that line.
Too close to the line there. So Prue, captain of the attack, going to take this free pass. The right of Pelisac. She drifts a saucer pass over to the far side.
Not an
And
easy
I'll tell
thing up
you,
here.
for the friends who play the sport to
Spear that.
ring up, that'd be a tricky one to pick up. Good work around the ref. Good work here by the Capitals, able to get it out of the zone. Soft into the neutral zone. Latour along that line, keeps it on the right side of the blue line, and they're in 3-on-2, back, and Pelisac.
Beautiful save
What
with
a
the pad.
save. Wow. And she
Keeps Eastern Ontario in the game.
absolutely work against the far corner here. The attack gets control back, however, and they're going to try to just take a couple seconds here to make a change.
Same thing for Eastern Ontario. This is a great opportunity here to kind of resettle down that triangle to regroup and defend off the death attack.
Great screenshot there. Pelisac squared up for it nicely. Looking for the deep pass. It comes off of the attack. Great defensive move. Just gets a stick on it. Slows that ring down so the pass isn't successful. And these are just such small nuances. So again, you don't have to steal the ring. You just got to slow it down. And let's take a look at that replay from Pelisac. Attack inside.
Not an easy save to make on a 2-on-1 like that. And to have that ability to make that cross ice slide is just fantastic. And unfortunately for Atlantic, though, it's going to be a penalty for them. So it's going to be advantage power play for Eastern Ontario.
So power play in Ringette slightly different than other rink sports in that it's not a clear advantage to the team with inside the offensive zone because, again, like you mentioned, there's 3-on-3.
Exactly.
Still inside the zone. But it really does help in the neutral zone, like ring recovery.
Absolutely. And it becomes difficult to gain that advantage here when you're in the center zone because now you're kind of outnumbered, right, to defend off the team. So you really want to take that opportunity to stay as much as possible in the offensive zone and control.
What a chance in that back door. She set that up and just couldn't quite get the stick in it perfectly, or Eastern Ontario would have been tied this tied up with an open cage.
And again, we talked about the timing and to be able to spear that ring for the saucer pass earlier. But doing that one-timer is absolutely difficult for the timing.
Watch this back and forth. Just slightly off here. There's the cross and just trying to get that one-timer.
Yeah, and both times. And
both sides was
yeah, exactly. And but you know what I love, she took the second energy to grab that ring is despite missing her shot and made that nice pass to the corner and gave another opportunity to the team to score. Yeah,
good ice awareness for sure. Attack it's even at this point as the penalty was assessed to Eastern Ontario through that series.
Yep.
So for 15 more seconds of the even wide open cage, turns the corner. Oh my good! Pelisac with a great back save on that play. Just gets herself taking up space in that 24 feet of net. And a little back and forth. Again, stick touch there. Little stick touch. I think that's Gauthier. I'm not sure if that's or Chenier. I'm not sure who that was. It might be Cormier.
Yeah, it's Cormier.
Sorry.
Yep.
There we go.
So I think
a few too many names there.
Yeah, there's a lot of names. And just to mention, we talked about how different it is for the penalties here. So it becomes the coach's strategy as well. Who are they putting on the ice? Are they putting a defender in the offensive zone? Are they putting another forward, right? So that's where you want to look at your bench and see who do you want on the ice for those moments to go in the zone.
Mm-hmm. Inside, breaks inside, turned back. Can't go through that blue paint. You see the blue line around the goalie. Nobody's allowed in that space except for the goaltender. So be very mindful when they're coming on the corner. And kicked around a little bit. Shuffled out the Morin. She's going to take a peek. A soft drop behind her. The attack roll off.
Great support pass there.
Gallant gets it. Nice open white space pass off. Picked up by the Capitals, and they're through the neutral zone. Can't get a stick in that one. And Gallant wheels back to get into this one. Penalty coming.
So Atlantic attack here.
Gallant's going to take that.
Yeah, and they're going to want to give that ring back to Atlantic attack so they can have a 3-on-2 advantage. But I think the penalty just runs out, so it will be again 4-on-4.
Great opportunity, and it's hard for the team to watch the team that has to suffer the 3-on-2, but it's exciting to watch. It's a very big part of the game to find that that opportunity for sure.
Absolutely. There's so much space. You see on 3-on-3 hockey in overtime. It's the same thing here in Ringette when you go into the 3-on-2. There's just so much opening at the top of the zone, and makes quite some work for the defenseman and the goaltender.
Especially the talent at this level.
Absolutely.
Takes an eyeball, sends it back to Perreault. She's taking a look there to see if there was some space to take a shot from the right side of the free pass circle. Around inside. Perreault was looking for it again. The attack, weaving her way through. Teams at even strength, both missing a player. Ring gets advanced. Not clean, however, and the Capitals are able to come away with it. Using the ice, the neutral zone.
And the penalty's over for Eastern Ontario, so she was able to get into that zone and get that pass in.
Right, pick that up and forward the play. Perreault looks, sends one high. Moran. I like how aggressive she is with that blocker. It's something for certain for our younger players to keep an eye on, especially if you're a goaltender, obviously. Let's just be aggressive with the gloves.
And just luring that player to shoot in that zone and knowing that she can go for that aggressive block.
Right. Yeah. Up and out, goalie Ring. Sack is just going to shovel this over to her right. Soft into the neutral zone, turns, stick gets into her skate, it looks like. Kicks it away. Fantastic how they're able to rotate so quickly. And inside, crease violation.
And a good break for Eastern Ontario here. Let's see what they can do to get back into that offensive zone.
Easily through the neutral zone. I'm just seeing this game again, a chance there and back. Good eyeball to get that, move that ring again, and to get Moran moving side to side.
Atlantic Attack being quick to come back and fight off that pass for that one-timer again.
100%. Putting the pressure on, I guess that's really makes that pass more difficult to get the stick in it. But again, Eastern Ontario being able to move to the neutral zone a little bit easier than I thought they would.
Yeah, there were a penalty as well, Atlantic Attack. I think that was a great advantage for them in that zone. But just being comfortable with that zone as well.
We're going to show you a little replay here, and it's going to give you a sense of why that goal didn't count. And basically, no player, as we mentioned, can go into the crease. And as that was shot, and that includes the stick. So,
yeah, stick, skate, anything.
Any part of the body.
Exactly. You want to stay away from that zone as much as possible.
The play was whistled down immediately, of course, and before the ring trickled in. The attack turns around, decides not to cut in, pass it off to the side. Pretty aggressive center there by Eastern Ontario now as well.
It's a great way to push the player outside that zone so they can have their teammates from Eastern Ontario really fight them off and back into the neutral zone.
Looking for a reset, can't get it. It's going to be goalie Ring. But that, you saw that shot come in there. It was a heater. It came in low to Pelisak's right. And she goes really deep on that throw. Fabulous. Not able to get it through the neutral zone. The attack right on the spot. They're just well placed as a team.
Eastern Ontario is going to want to try to maybe shorten those passes more, knowing that Atlantic Attack is quick to jump on those free rings.
Right. Right to the center backhand. Goes out behind the net. Shot clock down to 7 seconds. Tries to get out front. Pelisak quickly gets it back into play. Look at the attack right fast on this one. And Prue.
Great veteran play to bring that back to allow her teammates to change up with some fresh legs.
It's very strong. You see Prue, she bends her knees a little bit there and gets some power on. And, without taking a penalty, the Capitals aren't able to get past her. She's just very strong. And there's a shot on the screen there. You see that's typical. You know, just wait till the players between you and the goalie and
gets that ring back too.
Cross.
You hear the goaltender tapping their stick here, signaling to her teammates that she needs to reset that clock. and she does get it. And there's 50 seconds left in this period.
Ooh, across, quick pass across. Dobbin rips one, top left again. Wow. As she's falling to the ice,
she scores.
Sends the heat in the top corner.
And that trick play as well that they did, the block on the center, great way to kind of destabilize that triangle. So right here you see she's getting ready to make that pass, but that player just blocking the centerman and unable to defend off Dobson there off the shot.
Boy, just what placement.
Absolutely. Great work from the Atlantic here.
Take advantage of when they do get the shot off. They don't waste shots.
No, they don't.
Get the resets. But missed stab there. That's unfortunate. She had a clear path to having possession of the zone. Good defensive play to get a stick down and stop that pass. The attack recover. Start the cycle on the backhand. Forehand turns. Back pass down to the corner, and Eastern Ontario on that quickly. Trying to get out of the zone. Look at the attack on top. It's tapped ahead and use the body. Oh boy, here comes a big penalty. Both players into the net and inside. Turns, rips one. Moran makes a save at the end of the period. Let's take a look at this. They both go down. The ring stays. Has to put the Jets on here. Look at this cut. This nice cut coming across. And she gets that shot off, but Moran gets the pad down and makes the stop. But coming back into the second period, the attack going to be down another player.
Yeah, and another great time for Eastern Ontario to try to capitalize on that power play. And, you know, they really got to try to shoot from everywhere. Test the goaltender. You mentioned earlier she's very strong on the blocker side. So let's try maybe down on the ice or maybe on the glove side, right? So try to test the goalie, get to know her a little bit more, and not to be afraid to take those shots.
Right.
Yep.
Right. We were talking about penalties earlier.
Yes.
And the attack after 6 games, 58 penalty minutes, or about 10 minutes a game.
That's quite a bit. It's almost a quarter. So you want to stay out of that sin bin there as much as you can and keep those legs fresh because, you know, these are weekend hubs, right? So you have multiple games being played. And so we all know how hard it can be on the body. So you want to stay disciplined. You want to keep your hands in and, you know, make those smart plays and try to stay away from the box.
That's a fine line, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, quite a tough game.
It becomes tough, too. You know, emotions go high. Everybody's aggressive. Everybody's fighting for the same thing. So sometimes, you know, it's part of the game.
Right. And conversely, although Eastern Ontario has only played 3 games, I believe they're at 36 minutes, which is about an average of 12 minutes a game. So we're right at that cusp of a whole quarter of a game.
And they're a young team, right? They're a young team. They're still learning quite a bit. And, you know, to play teams like such as Atlantic Attack, you know, known for their strong and aggressivity, it's hard to gauge ourselves at some point where the limit is, like you said. It's a fine line, right? So lots of learning opportunity
here. You want to play hard.
Exactly.
You know, you do. But okay, so teams, we've switched sides. Of course, every other period we changed sides, and Snowden with it now in the corner. Drops it back. The attack cycle. She's on the forehand. She's got a trailer. LeBlanc, a little too far back in the corner for Snowden to take clean. Shot clock running down, gets inside, just tries to break in. Boy, and still gets a shot off with 2 players on her back. Good movement here by the Capitals.
And this is where you'll see that odd man rush here.
Soft in. Thoreau. Howard cuts inside, rips one, comes off the post.
Beautiful way to cut into the center and just rip one in there.
And she's getting back pass and rolls off. Perot does. Gets a one. She shot that one-handed, and that came off the right post.
But it gives them the reset, so now they have 30 seconds again to make a new play.
Sends a hot shot up there. Boy, I think that came off the
stick?
Top of the stick of Moran. Cooper. Grace Cooper back, and it's picked up by the attack. Prue gets it in the neutral zone. Latour back up to Prue. A bit of space. Not enough to cut in there. However, good defensive work. Gets a cheer from her bench on being able to head off Prue there, who was absolutely looking to drive the net. Jack said, wow, great move there. Gets a backhand off. I think Pelisek got a piece of that.
She did.
Yeah, she did get the reset on that. Off a dangerous backhand. Quick to the corner there. Good work by the Capitals. Jack, take it away. Coming across the top. She's got a friend back there. Look at that open space.
Yeah.
You know, we saw this yesterday, and yes, a young team has to learn that that back door is wide open.
And it doesn't, ça pardonne pas, we say in French, right? So if you leave Atlantic Attack there, they're definitely going to take an opportunity to shoot to the net.
And we saw what happened when they had a chance to shoot. You get a clean shot, they put it in small spaces. The defense has to be mindful of that backdoor opportunity.
And again, it comes back to communication there and talking with your defensemen and centermen, making sure that they're getting that backup they need if ever the pressure on to the ring carrier.
100%. Melanson gets that into the zone. Good defensive stick by the Capitals. A little back and forth. Oh, what a pass back, one-on-one. Great save by Rain. Boy, oh boy. But that pass, that slingshot back and forth.
That was fantastic.
A treat to watch. There certainly is a lot of talent. You see the players from Eastern Ontario. A lot of them played against each other in the U19 AA programs from GCRA, West Ottawa, whatnot. And when you see some of the ones that did play for GCRA together back in their association days, they're golden. Like that was their story whenever we played against them, was how well they're passing.
And just that trust to know that her teammate was right behind her and to give back that ring very quickly despite having those two Atlantic defenders right there.
Right there, yes.
Yep.
That was a beautiful pass.
Beautiful play.
Yeah, for sure.
They could definitely build on that.
Well, let's take a look. Here it is. There's a slingshot and back in between the two of them. Fabulous, but Morin.
Wow, it seemed to have just hit the post there. Even Morin wasn't sure if she had a piece of it there.
Well, like Tom Barrasso said, you don't expect me to save those ones, too, do you?
Well, thank the posts.
Back and forth. Little, that's another type of slingshot back where the goalie gets the goalie moving from behind the net and sends it back to the player behind her, the trailer. Had a chance, but
just misses the goaltender.
Pelisek was waiting.
Yes, she was.
Yeah. Dished out to the left. And in the neutral zone, turns, and two players on her.
Still able to move her feet there so she can get the ring out.
Quick in. Oh, Moran squared up. Just perfect.
So it would be a crease violation by Atlantic Attack, and it would be ring again to Eastern Ontario. And with that beautiful play they had, they can build off of that confidence and that opportunity they had just the last shot. So let's see what they can do here.
And how does that play into it? You know you can get the penetration. You know that if you're going to move your feet fast and get moving, that you can get it done. You get the chances. What a difference in your head, I suppose, right?
Absolutely. It's like that positive energy will bring in that positive energy to you as well. So you want to keep driving the net, keep that intensity up, and good things happen when you put that energy in there.
I guess you have to over time, especially when you're growing as a team, as well as to take the positives out of each game. You come to the hubs, you may not be successful in the win side of it, but every one of those plays,
absolutely,
you're taking that away, I suppose, as a player.
Yeah, it's the small wins become big wins ultimately. So you want to take it one shift at a time, one play at a time, and to keep it simple. Keeping it simple, going back to the basics, you're sure to make the right plays, and to slow down that play. It's kind of like in football. You're playing the clock here, so you have 30-second shot clocks. And after that, you're bringing down the time. And the more you control the ring, the team doesn't have it. Ultimately, it's as simple as it sounds. You have the ring. You play that clock. They don't have it. Keep it simple. Stay away from the danger zones, and then surprise element.
Right. I like how that's broken down. Reset of the shot clocks, and Eastern Ontario Capitals moving it side to side. Looking for a gap here. Prue's up at the top. Sorry, Snowden is at the top. Excuse me.
Good strips up there.
And there's Prue. No, that was Cormier. Nice roll off here.
That great skating agility of Vautour.
Snowden in the middle, turns back pass, looking for the shot in the back door there, but the back pass a little aggressive. It was almost like she was sort of shooting with that. And there it is again, another look, far side. Pellisack gets over. Good job, glove side. Rachel Pellisack.
Not an easy save again, one step to make. Just above that pad on the far.
Screened again.
Yes, very difficult to do for a goaltender to save.
You start to see the attacker getting some flow here, right out front.
Good defending here.
Taken away, turns Pellisack, right pad save. Snowden makes a quick move. See, I don't know how she gets an extra stick out of it. She just can seem to make one more move.
She makes every opportunity worthwhile. I mean, it's incredible. The agility and the power that she does it as well is just insane. And I think that's the advantage here for a team like Atlantic Attack to use those skills to their advantage and try to drive the net and get a shot in. And there's not just one Snowden. There are multiple sisters here, so they all learned greatly from each other, and you can see how talented they are.
Ring is back to Prue. Sends that across, and oh boy, whoa, Pellisack. It was a crease violation, anyways. But I'm feeling good about Pellisack's game right now. She's especially after yesterday was a difficult. Second game was a difficult one.
Absolutely.
A lot of backdoor work by Montreal Mission, who are lethal given any space whatsoever. And Pellisack looks like she's anticipating really well here, and it certainly has kept this score down to 2-0, where it certainly could have been 5 or more.
And
Howard.
She wants to use that for her confidence and keep feeding, and that gives confidence to her team as well to, fight for her as well, knowing that she's making those key saves for them.
Yeah, and they know they owe her, I believe, at this point. Melanson down, sent it back. Biel with it. She's a rookie. Biel is having a good experience here. Turning in, shot clock winding down, takes a shot through underneath, 5-hole on Perot, I believe, and gets through Pellisack on Pellisack's right.
I felt like it was almost down on the far left.
It was past Pellisack, but through the defender. Sorry, 5-hole through the defender. Okay. So she used the screen. Used the screen, I believe that went through Perot's legs. Let's take a look at it here. That should be more clear.
Taking a nice time.
And
goes out to the far left. And again, going for those extreme side post shots are, again, very hard for goaltenders. And to have the screen on top of it, definitely difficult.
Well played shot. Good job by the attack to get that set up, that opportunity. Little pass back and forth. Picked up by the attack, however. She saw that. I think that's Gallant. She saw that coming. Okay. And it's up. LeBlanc looking for it. She takes the penalty. Not a bad penalty to take. I mean, we don't say that it's good to have penalties. However, that's a one-on-one with your goaltender.
You want to the defender is the last person, the last line of defense here for the goaltender. So, yeah, unfortunate for Eastern Ontario to get that penalty. But again, as you said, it's one that's worthwhile to prevent that shot from going in.
And it doesn't change the offensive situation. However, Eastern Ontario needs to be super mindful that they don't take another penalty.
Absolutely. You want to keep those legs fresh, especially after a long weekend here. So let's see what the...
But one more penalty right now is going to give a 3-on-2.
Oh, yes, right now, absolutely. So you want to stay out of the box.
Just take a look and see if they back off the ring a little bit and not be quite so aggressive. Good play, and in the zone. Tries to lead that pass to the boards. Turns around, drop back. Emma Kelly sends one high.
So now they're in the offensive zone while they're fighting off a penalty. So here they want to play the clock a bit more and wind down that penalty minute as much as they can while New Brunswick doesn't have the ring. Right.
They sent one in as the shot clock was winding down. Snowden up. Go down. Oh, boy. Run to the...
Oh, and we'll see a 3-on-2 here.
It is. Boy, there's no avoiding that. She just rode her to the boards. And, boy, a minute 10. There's going to be a minute 10 of 3-on-2.
So unfortunately, she kind of extends her arms. They're driving down the Atlantic player to the ice. You want to keep those arms in as much as possible and get your body closer rather than extending, the arms.
It's like she was sort of running out of room there and almost losing her balance maybe.
Yeah,
and it's unfortunate. It's certainly not intentional, but regardless, you're going to see the 3-on-2 for at least a minute 10 unless somebody scores. Now the play here, Snowden. Oh, they're trying to move back and forth. Good stick. Can't be, boy, CP is super aggressive on a 3-on-2. And gets inside, turns around.
Ooh.
It's good, gets past underneath the stick there. Now, what do you think about that?
It's courageous to be as aggressive in a 3-on-2, especially with a minute to go. You want to stay tight. You want to stay above the goaltender and be that wall of defense here. So you see how far she goes, giving that 2-on-1 kind of odd man rush, but then she uses that opportunity to gain space as well because she wasn't able to keep up, And also Pelisak's
trying to cover the initial shot in the center, and the other D side closes in, giving the far side of the cage a lot of gap. It's easy to say in retrospect when we're watching it afterwards. It's certainly difficult to play the game.
So that's why you want to keep it nice and tight so you don't have to have that scramble going on defensively.
Right, but back to the point, it's a 3-on-2. At this level, you're more likely than not to have a very good opportunity to put it in the net. Now, Eastern Ontario is still down a player.
Great patience there at the blue line waiting for teammates to come in.
Snowden. So the corner sends a back pass, and LeBlanc decides not to shoot this one. Back to Snowden.
Oh, just misses that spear.
In the middle, kick to the head, good work. Capitals in the neutral zone. Boy, Snowden, they're everywhere now. They're getting their timings. Biel, Prue, across. Ooh. Boy, that was a hard pass.
Her stick is stuck in the net there. So.
Oh boy, Pelisak's without her stick. They're definitely going to get the shot off. Oh, great glove save, Pelisak.
Good effort there from her. Try to fend off the ring despite not having her stick with her.
Fabulous. Still doesn't have her stick in her hand. And the attack aren't going to give her a chance to pick it up. Prue, penetration, penalty coming.
To Atlantic attack this time. No, is it?
It's a holding. Here comes the replay. Let's take a look. The Pelisak working without the stick here. And,
beautiful glove save.
Fabulous.
Staying square to the shot.
Well, at least she has a chance. She had a chance now with a whistle.
To settle down.
Oh, boy, though. The Eastern Ontario took another
penalty.
Ontario. So it's another 3-on-2 for 10 seconds.
So we're going to take a quick look at the number 3 here, or rather, it's going to be another Eastern player getting ready to get into that zone once that 10-second is up.
Thoreau, yeah. Let's see if they can capitalize in that short period they have. Turn back pass.
They want to keep that stick down.
Get that shot away. Pelisak gets a red pad down on it. It got redirected slightly before.
And that penalty is done, so now they're back 3 in the zone.
LeBlanc loses a... LeBlanc takes a shot. Pelisak, she gets
Squeezes
over for it. Chopped off. Okay, thank you. Good stuff. LeBlanc looks like she's lining up to take the free pass off of the right of Rachel Pelisak. Actually, she's not. They're going to make some changes. Snowden is in. Right-handed shot. Let's take a look here. See, there's nobody on the far side. Snowden turns. Nope, not going to do it. You always want to see that. She's got a lethal shot. She's right-handed, and she's off to the goalie's right.
Perfect opportunity there to try to take one. But
especially when you come close inside the free pass circle. You're almost on center. Rips a shot wide right.
The veteran move to just settle down the play and maybe give some opportunity to her teammates.
Here comes the penalty to the attack. A little interference possibly. Bumped her off. Pellisac goes to the net. No, Dingwell picks this ring up, and Pellisac heads back. So they'll be 4-on-4 for 51 seconds. We're going to be back into the attack zone for this. After a penalty, the ring, unless there's been some other transgression, the ring goes to the side where the team who had the penalty for a free pass. Howard sends it to the corner. Oh boy, doesn't get picked up. It was a nice pass, found the seam, got through there. Howard's going to roll back. Turns in, passed it across, back across again. Howard gets a 1-on-1, sends one through. It comes off of D's leg. Howard gets it off for reset and recovery. Great play, gets it off. They're going to give it goalie ring on a crease violation, it looks like. Moran dishes right. And the attack coming through the neutral zone. Gets bumped. Cooper, 2-on-1. Back to Cooper. Comes off the skate. Cooper recovers, however, sends one in. Moran, right shoulder save. The attack. 6 seconds remaining on the player advantage. Melanson in the neutral zone. It's picked up. They got 3-on-0. Soft pass up. Gets it in. Great save, Moran, right pad. And wait for the attack to get back to support goaltender on the odd player rush. Neutral zone. Play here. Biel in the depths of the Capital zone. Biel back pass, right on target. It's a quick shot. Pellisac saves that one up, comes back, grabs it up, pops it off to her left, and into the neutral zone. Coming with several players. Little give and go. Turns around, sends out, boom! Fabulous shot, boy. Little back and forth, give and go between the two. With 24 seconds left. Power play goal. Let's take a look. Gets it back to her and turns out. It gets it underneath the glove, it looks like. Fantastic. They get on the board, so the Capitals bring within 3. And just around 20 seconds left in the half. Between the two players here through the neutral zone. See if they're going to be able to put some pressure on before the half ends. 5 seconds left. Turns the corner, loses it. No. Gets a shot off. Moran, glove save. And that'll do it for the first half. Good action here with the Atlantic Attack sporting a 4-1 lead. Players are going to go off. We're going to have an interview. They're going to bring the Zamboni on to clear the ice for the players for the second half, give them some fresh ice. Moran, fantastic work on her part, kept it down up until that last-minute goal. Had some good saves. And Pellisac just doing stellar work to keep this game reasonable for her team. See some great passing back and forth by Eastern Ontario. You can certainly see their speed, and obviously it's the indication of the players that have played together in the National Capital Region for so long. We're just getting our interview set up here. Looks like we're going to have a couple of players from Eastern Ontario. We're just setting that up now. I'm going to throw it down to Cassandra momentarily. We want to certainly say thank you to our sponsors here. The Government of Canada, perpetual support, of course. Gatorade, thank you. Sports Pay. Athena Ringette, and all of our team sponsors for their support. really happy for your support of the sport, and without it, things don't work. So appreciate that, and also to our team at ISI Live, the broadcast team, doing great work here. And we're lining up. We're going to give it to Cassandra.
So we're down center ice here with 2 Eastern Ontario players. How are you guys doing today?
We're good.
We're good. Tired. Early morning.
Early morning, but we're still here.
And how are you guys coming into the game this morning? Like, it's been a tough day yesterday. How are you capitalizing back into getting back into the kind of the final games of going this
Well, we were really hype in the change room this morning, so we were getting the music loud and everyone was excited to play. So I think that's good to get our team pumped up.
And a way too to finish this period with a goal. How's that feel?
I mean, it's good because, next period we're going to use that energy and kind of come out strong. Obviously, a couple more goals would be nice, but hopefully we can use that energy and put a couple more in the net.
And what's your strategy going into the second half here to get, those more goals into the game?
Just to keep the energy up and keep playing as hard as we possibly can and not get tired. Hopefully tire out the other team.
And that's a great point. And speaking of which, you guys had 3-on-2s there going on. How did that feel defensively? Was there any pressure going into that?
I think she should answer that question. She's a diva.
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure going into it, but I think our defense did a good job at keeping them out and keeping strong defense there.
Absolutely, and great goaltending as well from
Rachel Pelisek. Yeah,
I'm not very good at pronouncing names, so I'm glad you guys saved me on that one. And how is she feeling and going to this game today?
She's good. I mean, she's our only goalie right now, so she was pumped up going into the game, and she's playing amazing. So.
And absolutely, she made some key saves there, the blocker, the mitt, and even playing without her stick. That must have been a little stressful moment for you guys.
I mean, it's Rachel, so she can do it all.
She can do anything.
We weren't worried.
Goaltenders, right? They're a special breed of athletes. Well, thank you guys. I think, it's been a great weekend. And what do you look forward to this season so far?
Well, it's a new team, and we're rookies on the team, so we're just excited to, get to know the girls and have fun. So far they're great. Yeah. We love playing for this team, and we're excited to keep going and get better.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I wish you all the best this season. And again, great opportunity for you guys, and congratulations on being on the NRL.
Thank you.
Thank you, and have a great day. So we're going to send it back to Bang, and have some more action for you guys for later.
Thanks, Cassandra. It's great to talk to the athletes here. And we're going to take a look at some of our athletes involved in a video. It was in a production really nicely made, including the Snowden family. So we're going to take it to that through our commercial.
They're just superhumans, and they come from a humble background.
Seeing my sisters make big teams, it made me realize, even though we're from this little province, you can make your dreams come true if you work hard.
They just love the game so much.
8 seconds remaining. Snowden with a shot.
This past season, the two of them scored 97 and 96 points each. That's in 24 games.
My earliest memory of Ringette is my dad making an outdoor rink in the backyard.
Our older sisters did not go easy on us. There was no mercy in our family.
She knows what I'm capable of. I know what she's capable of.
So they've always been really close. Moncton sisters ready to take on Ringette World.
All right, in. This is the game we came here to play, guys.
They said that if she got another concussion, she'd better be able to play Ringette again.
Oh, nice break.
I'm always scared that they're going to get hurt.
When we first started the Atlantic Attack, we were at the bottom of the barrel. Now we can actually compete.
People sacrifice a lot for the sport.
I am just realizing now everything that they had to go through in order for us to just play a simple game.
I love you! It's always been about togetherness.
You said it once and you said it before, them Snowdens are not too bad Ringette players.
All very, very good players. All spend a lot of time at the rink. I know that these younger girls have spent a lot of time watching their older sisters play, and it's fun to watch them in a very nice family.
Welcome back, everybody, watching on CBC on the Ringette Canada YouTube, and to our international partners, AWSN, the All Women's Sports Network. Very happy to have you all watching. 60-plus countries around the world. Cassandra, what do you think about the first part of that game?
I mean, Atlantic Attack came out very strong right now, and looking at the score 4-1, but Atlantic Attack being ruthless with that open space and those shots, really driving the net and using those corners. But I mean, Eastern Ontario still has a bunch of time here. They have 2 more quarters, and to finish off the period with that last goal, they had like so many opportunities.
And
they
how
can
many
build off
posts?
of that.
Was it 2 or 3?
At least 2 or 3, and you see it here in a second one already. But using that open space and that drive, that's what's working for them right now. You got to use that speed as much as possible to get to the net.
Pelisek standing on her head. Morin, just well-placed goaltender.
Yeah, you can tell that she has a kind of a veteran feel to it too, using 100%. That block and being very aggressive to it.
Well, those are some great plays here. We're just going to leave you for a moment, and we'll be back. Well, we're here with Peter Leiser, Ringette Canada CEO. Very happy to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Montreal hub. We love our hubs, the NRL. It's fantastic to watch the sport played at this level. So much to learn from a player perspective, from a coaching perspective, and just the excitement here for fans to watch this. Worlds coming up. We have the Worlds coming up soon. What is it, 8 days now?
They leave on October 31st.
Team Canada. Love it. We're going to be watching every minute of that for sure. So about how many from this hub do you think players are? There's going to be probably a half dozen or more players from that we see here going to be playing for Team Canada.
Yeah. Certainly, I would suggest about 10. Montreal has a big contingent as well.
As evidenced by yesterday's games. top caliber players.
Absolutely. So we're really excited. I've talked to our coaching staff. We're very optimistic. We're in tough, obviously, against Finland for sure, but everyone is very, very optimistic. We have 3 teams going over, to be clear. We have our U18 team, we have our junior team, U21s, and our seniors. So it should be exciting, and we're all looking forward to it.
Oh, boy. I can't wait. I would love to be able to get over for that and watch it in person. Yeah, for sure. So the NRL, we're in our second hub for some of the players here. I think we had some in the Atlantic region last weekend. Things shaking down the way we expect them to. Certainly 2 teams from Quebec at the top of the standings. The Montreal Mission, of course. Rive Sud and the Montreal Mission across the country. Now it's just early in the season, but certainly the talent here is showing itself.
Well, as you know, Montreal are a defending champion. They won the Mary Simon Cup that was named after our Governor General. She actually presented it to him last spring at the Slush Puppy in Gatineau.
That was fantastic.
It was absolutely fabulous to have her.
We got a little chill thinking about it.
Well, we hope to have her again. So Montreal, they're defending champions, and everyone's gunning for them for sure. We're lucky to be here this weekend at the Hub. This is our first feature hub, so we appreciate that this is being broadcast on CBC Sports. It's being streamed on CBC Sports. As well, on top of that, we have a new partnership with the All Women's Sports Network, and that's pretty
incredible.
It's very, very incredible. So it's international.
So we get full Canada coverage, plus 60-plus countries with the AWSN.
Yeah, I think I heard it's over...
billion subscribers.
Yeah, billion subscribers.
Between Amazon and Tubi and whatnot, the different partnerships there. Yeah. So we're very happy to be on CBC, and we're very happy to be able to pick up the rest of the world as well.
And we're just, the whole reason is we're trying to grow our brand. We're trying to increase the platforms that you can actually watch this phenomenal Ringette.
So it's about access. You want to bring the sport out to as many people as possible.
Absolutely. And we think the more exposure, the more we can actually grow our brand, the more we can bring in partnerships to help support this league.
Right. That's fantastic to watch, for sure. And we're going to see a lot of folks that, especially in Nordic countries, that do play Ringette a lot, but also you're starting to see some interest outside there in the United States as well. They've been doing some work in the last few years, obviously. So very interested to see that work out. And on the development side, how have the camps been going? Ringette Canada puts on several camps for our players. Junior team, senior team, and whatnot.
Yeah, they've been gone great. We've had 3 camps in total for our juniors, 2 for our U18s. Our seniors are getting together almost as a bit of an all-star team coming to the World Championships. But honestly, we're very, very optimistic and looking forward to it. I know everyone's very, very excited, and it's a great opportunity to showcase this great sport on an international level.
That's fantastic. Okay, well, thank you, Peter. Really appreciate the time. I'm glad you're here. It's nice to see you, and from Ringette Canada and all the staff that do so much work. It's unbelievable, so thank you for everything you all do. And we are going to be back in soon to the game. We have a couple minutes left here, friends that are online. And we're going to pick up some more replays from that game. Thanks again, Peter. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Wow, Pelisek sitting on top of that. There we are. Replays coming up. Pelisek again, and what a great example, that right pad. That's right.
So sad.
No worries. Like you said, you just dropped her stick, and they didn't even seem to...
They were unfazed, and they had faith in their goaltending, and that's what they need to use in order to get back into the second half here coming.
Well, it's only 4-1.
It's only 4-1.
I mean, to be honest with you, when people ask about the sport, I usually say a 4-4 game is probably the average. It's typically 4 goals aside. Anything outside of that is obviously what's going to determine the winner and the loser for sure. But we've seen scores in the 6 and 7 range. I don't know if it's higher than at the other levels as far as scoring. I think it's suspected it is because the shooters are able to really excel at this level between the passing or accepting great passes and able to get better opportunities.
Yeah, and it also becomes like a question of experience too. Are they going to go for that shot and that goal? Do they actually need that shot? So we'll see what they'll do here coming into the second half, Atlantic, if they're going to go get for more.
Absolutely. Teams lined up. You can see the attacker already out here on our right side. They're up at the bench right now getting ready. And Moran doing warm-ups on our left. Teams are on the opposite side right now, coming to the third. On the odd periods, the teams are further away from the goaltender, which makes it exciting for the even periods, especially the fourth, where the bench is closest to their own goaltender, facilitating more opportunities for the goalie to get out.
That's right, and even when for delay penalties, it makes it a little bit easier as well for the goaltender to skate back to the bench.
Yeah. You get defense back out there and change the lights and whatnot. So, very cool to see the little nuances of the game and how they affect things, the things that you don't see right away, but it matters. And we're catching the Capitals slowly making their way out to the bench. Here they come now.
There, yeah. They're regrouping, trying to keep that energy off that last goal they scored. They want to use that to their advantage and produce more of those awesome goals they've been scoring. Yeah.
Good opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fast team.
And they, like we mentioned earlier, we need to use that speed to drive the net as much as possible. You want to keep those feet moving. And like that, you can get that zone where it's more dangerous to shoot from. Mm-hmm. And I said it before, too.
And the attack took advantage of theirs,
yeah,
didn't they?
Exactly. So they want to keep doing that, Eastern Ontario. And, again, try to shoot from multiple areas as well and use that clock to their advantage. You don't want Atlantic attack to keep possession. You want that to be away from them as much as possible.
Yeah, they have lethal players on that team,
exactly.
That's for certain.
So you want to close that off and then go for their proper opportunity to shoot.
So start of the third. Eastern Ontario Capitals going to start with the ring.
You hear their teammates cheering on the bench there, bringing that energy.
Ready to go. And we're off. Come out three strong on the right. And they do. They draw them across. They're able to break the trap. Kelly rolling on her backhand from behind the net. Controlling turns,
beautiful.
Drop, and down and looking. That was a nice L play. Good set play there. Down to the post to try to catch Morin. Try to see if there's a little gap there, but wasn't able to get a stick in it. And the attack. In the neutral zone, boy, aggressive play. Gets it ahead. She's going to have a break to the net. Comes in. Oh, my goodness. Just losing edge on that ice. I hope that everybody's okay. And as mentioned at the break, that Pelisek is their only goalie right now.
Yes, and so they want to be careful. And
freshly groomed ice. Here it comes. You just see here now. This ice hasn't been skated on yet. Just goes down a little low and loses the edge.
So they want to keep that feet moving. The defenseman to stay in line and stay goal side, meaning you want to be between the attacker and the goaltender.
And they did get a penalty for that.
They did.
It's tough chasing it down. You don't want to hang a goalie out, but at the same time, take that chance. So the attack across the top tries. Oh my goodness! Pelisek got a leg underneath that. That came off of the defense's stick, redirected in, and Pelisek still makes the save. Doing Pelisek things apparently, and Kelly rolls out, gets a shot off.
Nice shot there.
Went a little high.
And way to surprise also the goaltender expecting that pass.
Right. Well, Kelly's a multi-threat player, that's for sure. Dobbins gets it back in for a little give and go. Dobbins to the net. Inside, can't get it off as Law, I believe, got that stick on. Some increased violation. Just got that stick, lifted it last second. And she's just about to make that shot.
Good defending there, and you want to keep that mindset of not letting up and continue to fight to get that possession back.
Right. Rips a shot there, right hand shot. Morin sends it off, and Snowden a little back and forth. Wow, veteran move.
Just misses.
Just sends that one a little high, but just to let that pass go to her teammate. Snowden turns, fakes first shot, takes second shot. Pelisek.
Still 30 seconds to go in their penalty for Eastern Ontario.
Melanson, pass across. Vantour can't quite get it. Comes off the tip of her stick, and Eastern Ontario's going to burn the rest of this penalty. So they pass it across. Defense here.
So we're not looking for the goal. We're looking for the kill off that penalty, as you said.
Inside and turns it back door. My goodness. Well, mark me wrong. They did not burn off that penalty. Power play goal, a little back and forth. Pelisek, no chance on that. I mean, she's watching the perfect pass go across the crease. We'll take a look at the development there, the attack. 3 players there, actually, but look at this pass. Goodness.
Tough break, and the speed of the ring coming in, and to actually spear that and send it to the net, it takes a certain kind of talent and how impressive of a shot, but unfortunate for Eastern Ontario.
Yeah, it looked like they were going to have zone control in the offensive zone.
Exactly.
Oh, ref takes a tumble.
He's okay. And he's
Canadian.
smiling.
LeBlanc. Turn sends one in. Pelisek gets a left pad on that one. Sweeps it across. I love the confident stick by a goalie. That's love seeing that.
Some
communication there.
Yep.
Lovely. Turns back in. Look at that stick. Got to be careful, right? That stick can't come across about halfway across the body, right? When you're trying to check the player?
You mean when you're
before you're going to get a hook, like if I'm
okay,
checking
yeah,
you.
exactly. So the importance of, you know, keeping your feet moving and getting as close as possible to the player, so you're not reaching out, getting that hooking or that, or maybe that slashing call that you can get. Sometimes it's unfortunate timing, so it becomes a slashing, but you really want to keep those feet moving and stay close.
Right. So you're not just hanging on like a passenger. Yeah.
No.
Cooper forgets the ring, goes back for it, sends it to the boards. Just looking to take that, potentially take that shot. They don't do it very often. It's a little bit cheeky to try to actually get that shot. What a great pass down to the puck. Oh boy, what a save. Holy smokes, excellent penetration.
Absolutely, and she used that opportunity to get between the defenseman and that goal crease there, and it's so hard for goaltenders to keep track of that ring when the player comes in driving to shoot at the net. So great way for Eastern Ontario to get an opportunity, a shot, a net, and
yeah,
Atlantic Attack is going to have to be careful with that back door coming in.
You got to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they may be new, but these are still top-notch players.
Absolutely.
Kelly's going to take this free pass. She's a righty. Yep, right to the boards.
And
yeah,
it's smart
rarely
play.
take the shot.
And that's okay. It's not a shot that often goes in, so you really want to settle down and get a play in and with your teammates. Oh, that came close.
Boy, that was a chance. Boy, just couldn't get that pass away. Yow. Kelly rolls off. She's
some spinning action there.
Dynamic with the feet, but this time the attacker like having none of that piece. Dobbin gonna get it, gonna send it, sauce across, and look at this to the close corner.
Triangle seems a little bit more.
Beal, the rookie, sends it back. Prue rolls one in just wide left.
So the Eastern Ontario,
get a touch on that.
The Eastern Ontario Triangle seems to be a little bit more wide, a little bit more aggressive to get that ring back. Nice save.
Nice play. Good save. Pelisek, glove save there. Snowden. So we just saw the video with the family. A little back and forth. Good stick there. Good anticipation.
Absolutely. They got to be ready for those cross-ice passes, which is Atlantic very known for. And we saw they use that cross-ice pass for their last goal.
Right. So effective. It comes shot from the slot, but dips down and closes the wickets. Soft in there as 2 attack players are rolling in on her. And we're thankful that there are no open ice hits allowed in Ringette, or that would have been a devastating play. Soft up. They got 3-on-1 here. A little back and forth. Kelly coming in there. Holds shot. Boom!
Beautiful.
What execution.
Absolutely great passing going on, and the speed entering to the zone, and gives them the score up on the board. They're still in this.
They're in the 7:34 left third. Let's take a look at this one again. Boy, I tell you, Emma Kelly, she has to respect her on the side. She has to assume that Kelly's going to shoot this. Holds just under the defense's stick. And what an excellent one-time execution.
Perfect timing to shoot. It takes, like, again, great athleticism to be able to spear that ring and to be able to shoot into the net. The
Perfect
picking
shot.
and it's just incredible.
Back and forth, and the attack coming, trying to do a short side shot there. Didn't hit the net, so we have no reset. it off. Back and running off time on the shot clock. Goes backhand. Alsack drops the pad. Comes off player back into the crease.
So she has 5 seconds to give that ring back to her teammate before she's called a violation, but luckily Atlantic touched it, so she got the ring back for another 5 seconds.
Right. Capital's in the corner. Look at the physical, look at that work there. LeBlanc she kind of drops her knees down a little bit, widens her stance as she's checking on that.
Yeah, because it gives you more foundation, right? You're stronger when you're at a lower and athletic position. So great work there to drive the ring back to Atlantic.
Right. Good stab off the boards.
Oh, nice break
right
in.
The white space.
Oh, goaltender was biting on that one. Whew.
Great defense by the Attack.
10 seconds to go for Eastern Ontario in the shot clock.
Perot sends one in, gets the reset.
Yeah, great reset and allow the team to get some fresh legs on the ice too.
Cooper gets hung up, but sweeps it over to Perot. Perot turns, back pass. They're going to come across the slot there. Can't get that clean. Comes off the D. I think Gallant might have got a piece of that.
Atlantic Attack doing very well to close off that space in between the centerman and the defenseman to not let Eastern Ontario get into the center.
Two Capitals on this. They get recovery. However, it didn't. No possession change back there.
No.
So it's goalie ring. Good pressure by Eastern Ontario, but the Attack not letting them get penetration. Really close them. They close up quickly. What a pass inside Prue. Backhand was wide. What a wonderful pass that was. That's what I love about watching this league.
And it's a great team sport, and that's what makes it one of the fastest team sports on ice, right? With the blue lines needing to make a pass, ring movement just makes it incredibly.
When you get proper ring movement, it's
exactly
what you look for when the kids are young. But now when you watch the athletes as they're older, you see the execution of a beautiful sport. Inside, they got 3-on-1, almost too many players, and comes off the side of the net. Attack recover, however. They're going to get 20 seconds left in this shot clock. Snowden off the board. In the middle, rips one top. What a shot.
Volto. And
my goodness.
And that's why she's on Team Canada, right?
Oh. Boy,
great
that
shot,
wasn't on her stick for how long? Less than a second.
Incredible speed.
This pass was Snowden here, and 1, 2.
So the defender left a little bit too much space there for Voto, and you don't want to give her that space at all, especially in the slot. So she capitalized right on that. Voto giving the 6th goal for Atlantic Attack.
Goodness. Now look at it again here. They just. Well, this time Law doesn't get into the zone, but that's an attack. They bring to try to break that trap. They bring 3 players on the far side and leave 1 player, so it's at least a one-on-one opportunity. But she doesn't get the pass over the blue line, and the attack. Snowden with it now, able to get a chance to get it out. Back to Snowden.
Good man-to-man checking.
Good checking there. That's what you want to see.
It really brought down that shot clock from Atlantic.
What a stunning pass, that back pass. Wasn't successful, but that came in nice and low.
Good try, though.
Batura.
Here we go.
3-on-1. Need to see it.
Oh, here we
go. Rips one. Moran in the right place. Glances off, and it's going to be Capital free pass, I believe, here to the right of Moran.
McDougall with a couple of opportunities here this weekend so far. Had a goal yesterday, I believe, and she's looking to get more goals here with this last segment.
100%.
Coming in, and just misses the spear, but great recuperation there from the teammates.
Good pickup. As the Attack were in the crease for a second, she couldn't touch it. Backhand, Moran holds that in. Deliver out to her right. The Attack through the neutral zone and just going to touch and go. Makes the zone. Across the top of the slot, rips one again. Is that the second or third where they come across the top there, they're able to just extend that stick?
They're ruthless for that. Ruthless. We don't want to get them across the ice the way they did with the speed they have. And let's take a look here.
Just inside the D's one stick and outside the center stick.
You can't give them any space. You
No.
can't give them any space. And it gives them the 7-2 lead.
Back to the middle.
Nice break-in.
Nice break-in, yeah. He's going to take a trip, swim through the crease.
And gives the cookie to the goaltender there. Maybe some milk for the game after.
The attack through the neutral zone. Tips off and chased down. Nice pullback there by Capitals.
Oh, and here's an automatic rush. Looking for the pass.
Maybe an opportunity to drive that, but it's running out of space. There's the slot. Does sideline to shoot, looking for the back door, and good stick there. Rips one. Boy, that came off. It sounded like it came off of Morin's pad, but they didn't
reset it.
They didn't reset it.
Might have just missed
Maybe it
just
did.
enough and hit some ice maybe on there.
Playing Deaky-Doo in front of the net there, trying to get that ring out.
And notice how she kept her feet moving despite being checked on. And that gave her the chance to really break out to the neutral zone.
Right. There's a nice hard shot and recovery.
Beautiful. Nice pass.
Well, she's just, that's the second or third pass I think I'm seeing from Perreault that her back passes are on the button.
And that you need great mobility to be able to make those precise passes. It's not an easy thing to do in a ring.
While you're skating.
While you're skating and looking at what's going on around her.
Yeah. Yeah, she's an excellent athlete. Now, she can't touch this. She was the one that brought it into the zone. But her team following up stepped on that. That should have been, maybe she didn't step on it.
Yeah, so it would be a
Might have just not
5-second
seen it properly.
violation for Atlantic, which gave the opportunity for
Oh, right,
Eastern
not
here.
able to touch it, yep. To the top.
Ooh. They want to keep that stick real close to their body to prevent Atlantic attack from getting under and steal it away.
There's
Oh,
the kick, and there's the back pass.
Oh!
Just hesitates a second there and comes up high.
They have something going on here. Eastern Ontario has a couple of plays now in this period, having great opportunities to score. They need to keep building on that.
And Snowden turns around, forehand, boom. Oh, boy.
Great effort, though, from the defender. She did so well.
She did everything she could do, but
She
Snowden
did.
is special.
And it's the kind of the spin-off, backhanded, that surprise element. How do you stop that as a goaltender and as a defender?
This is textbook.
Like beautiful defending.
Comes in, fake defender's going to have to go back and then back to forehand.
She did everything right. I mean, just incredible again. Talent from Atlantic Attack.
Fabulous. 1:08 left in the third. 8-2 for the attack. And Law gets it deep to the corner. They haven't had much trouble getting in. The time, wow, great execution there. I feel like that's what they've been missing. They've just been a fraction of a second off, and that time they hit on it. And what a nice hard shot.
And
good
here they come
steal.
again.
Oh, good shot. Morin. Good thing she squared off, because I don't think she saw that shot. That one came up sneaky.
It did.
That's behind the back. Deep. Oh, got to watch the goal scored the last heat she sent in there. I don't think anybody saw. What a pass. Back pass. A little aggressive.
And that's tough as a defender because you know you have that back door there and you want to defend off the person coming in the center. But by pushing off, you're pressuring the forward to make a move. So the goaltender at least knows what to expect coming off the corner.
Right. Right. It just gets a late stick on that to stop Richard from having a wide open shot, and that will do it for the third.
Some great gameplay that we're seeing here.
And again, the taking away these elements, which we're going to see in our highlights that we're bringing up, they're still building blocks.
Yes, yes. And like we mentioned earlier, there's a lot of learning opportunities here. So again,
Literally crashing the net.
Yeah, an unfortunate penalty there to give Atlantic the power play, but
still 1-0 with the goalie.
Exactly. And look at Voto here. It's a nice pass.
Snowden holds. Again, Pelisak framed up nicely.
And beautiful goal here. Just rips it to the top of the net. Unfazed by it.
Right.
Again, some nice key saves here from the Atlantic attack goaltending. Beautiful opportunities here again. Eastern Ontario. I think there's a lot they can use from this period and to continue using that it's working. It might not be going in, but they're getting the shots to the net. So it's getting directed to the right area. So the more shots on net you have, the more chances you have to score, right?
Well, like we said in the first period, Eastern Ontario probably had 2 or 3 that came off the bar.
Yeah.
So they're executing. It's just not that extra inch. And some of them on the one-timers where the attack are able to finish these things off because of experience and various reasons that they're, they're excellent players. The Capitals certainly would have a couple extra goals on a couple of those other opportunities as well.
And we're playing against some of the top teams here, so we mentioned it earlier, they're going to learn a lot, and just building off of what they've been seeing right now, the last few plays, it's the execution is going to just get better and better and better.
Yep.
Practice makes perfect, and this is where you want to see it.
Yes. Progress, not perfection. However, the mission, often perfect. They're such a great team.
and that's why they're 2024-2025 champs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You got to give it to them.
Yeah. Ribsud, wow, what a fantastic
coming in third,
team.
winning their first bronze.
You played with Ribsud.
I have. I've had the opportunity to play with Montreal and Ribsud, and what an honor it was to learn from such great players on those teams, and fantastic. It was a fantastic time.
Pelisak fakes right, goes back to the right.
Just gets the ring out before the violation. 5-second, countdown was up.
And it's every rep has got a different counting cadence.
Yes.
But you learned that in the first period.
We don't all have the same arm lengths. I think mine would be a little bit faster, say.
There we go, LeBlanc coming in. Rolls it, gets inside. Boy, Pelisak's taking a beating this game.
and again, the speed and how they keep moving their feet and getting in between the defender and the goal crease. You don't want to give that speed to the Atlantic attack or that space.
No, boy, they did turn the corner on it, but lost the edge. Back pass off the boards, back and oh my goodness.
What happened there?
Just trying to...
a little ping pong going on.
A little ping pong, and they forced it across the line. I'm surprised that didn't get whistled, but... a
lot of traffic going on, makes it tough to see.
Yeah. Nonetheless, Prue with it now in the far corner. She's going to cycle on the backhand. And across as about 8 seconds left in this. She turns, gets a forehand shot. Pelisak kicks us away. Dobbin.
Ooh, in that sneaky corner post there.
Prue, I don't think was totally expecting that. So that's not very far for her to go with it. But
great veteran play just to get the ring back and cycle. Beautiful save again, staying square.
Yeah. Down low, Pelisak gets a piece of it. Boy, just perfect one-timer.
And it's a tough break for Eastern Ontario. The defender did a perfect decision to step up and go and put pressure on that ring carrier. Unfortunately, no one was there to backfill that space where she needs to defend off again. The back door.
Yeah. Let's take a look. Just the right. Excellent time.
And the defender just coming in a little too late, unfortunately, before she rips one in. But, again...
Half second here or there.
It's a question of timing at this point. But the idea was there. They were ready, but just not quite quick enough.
Eastern Ontario in the corner. Back, drop off. It gets across the line, and the attacker going to be able to take over. Get into the neutral zone. Snowden now looking for the pass up to Melanson. Against the far boards. Drops it back. The far wall. Whoa! Oh, boy, Snowden.
And
quick.
2 on the weak side there, and dangerous for the rebound off the corner. Just getting under that stick.
Yep.
And it's tough because sometimes the gloves, the padding, gives just enough space under the stick for the ring to slide through.
Slide through there.
And it's the most frustrating thing as a defenseman because you knew you did the right thing putting your stick down, but unfortunately just kind of part of the equipment.
The way it is.
Unlucky. It's the way it is. It's part of the game, right?
Quick shot up and over, and they don't get the reset on that. That was a high flyer. Back and forth here for the Capitals to get some space. Good stop in the neutral zone. And sends it up through the feet and race to the corner. Snowden put the wheels on and is going to get this away to the far side. The attack through the neutral zone. Up. Decides not to go to the middle. She's going to cycle back, make a drop, and set up the attack there. Back and forth. Can't get that right away. Gets it down low. In the corner, back and forth, and 20 seconds now. So this is eating a lot of time for Eastern Ontario, and ultimately they're not able to gain the offensive zone. The pressure by Kelly. The attack, 3 wide, Richard. Dropped off. Blanc doesn't get that clean, has to circle back. Trying to get that pass across as Badet looks like is open. And here comes a contact. Oh.
That would be a major penalty.
She's going to give her 4 for that.
It will be. Let's take a look.
Didn't look intentional, but skate.
Yeah, the skate contact and kind of the hip motion, unfortunately, got the Atlantic Attack player off balance. And
anywhere near the boards, they want to be safe on this. But this, Cassandra, this is a 4-minute penalty, and there's no coming out of the box, regardless of any scoring.
That's right. So it's going to be a very disciplined game right now defensively for Eastern Ontario. Yeah. Try to keep control of the ring when they do and get that away as much as possible from Atlantic.
They can't take any penalties, and basically the half of the remaining period, they will be without a player to help get it out of the neutral zone.
And we mentioned it earlier about penalties. You want to stay away from the box, despite not impacting the offensive or defensive zone, but it does play with the bench and who's going to be on the ice, how many defenders, how many attackers do we want. And when we're looking for goals, you want as many attackers as possible to get into that zone, right?
100%. And we're going to see how well the attack are able to move through. They are easily. Gives zone, offensive zone access. Going to make some changes. Snowden in the slot. Shot clock running down. Gets a shot away and recovery. Well, to her back and forth, and Palasek slaps that down.
And the defender doing a great job also getting stick on stick to not making that shot as effective as it would be for Snowden.
Right. Yeah, really softened that shot up. Good defensive work. So the boards puts the rear end out first there to give space to control with the stick. Just little nuances. I love watching this game. Does
she get it? Yes, she does.
She does get that reset. That's been a question. You know, you watch that through at any games, which way that's going to get called if it just touches the side of the net. And the attack right back in the zone. Boy, this is going to be tiring out the Capitals defense. They're just continually having to fend off this work by the attack.
Beautiful save. Wow. Rachel doing Rachel things.
Yes, yes, yes. Snowden.
Atlantic being relentless.
And Palasek squared up again. Good job. especially after a trying weekend. Like, it's been a tough weekend. You are the only goalie. She has no relief. I think it was the second game yesterday, was it?
Yep.
She came in after the first play.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not unsure what the issue was there, but, you know, again, playing 3 full games this weekend already, it's hard on the body.
Very hard. Especially, I guess, like you said. You've got 2 of the top teams in the country.
Yep.
They had to play.
First day.
First day. Welcome to Montreal. Oh, goodness. Richard down with it, looking for LeBlanc. No, she decides to go back up top.
Smart play to regroup there. Get some line changes done.
They're back out front.
And good energy right now from Eastern Ontario, you know, not giving up on this game and still fighting.
Well, I think some of those points that you made before, to say Pelisic, that you're going to look at it shift by shift. You're always going to, no matter what, regardless of what the overall score is, you know, you have the opportunity to win a battle within a shift and win a shift within a period, and see if you can win a period and maybe the game.
Exactly, and we start with 1 goal.
Start with 1
You can't score 2 goals with 1, right? It's not 2 for 1. It's not the sales. But you start with 1 goal, and then you keep building off of that and try to keep the energy and the team spirit as well. Like you see right now, Eastern Ontario, they're all standing on the bench right now, you know, looking onto the ice and, you know, cheering on their teammates. Yeah. Absolutely, and that's what we want from the team perspective and the kind of the vibe set. So still 15 seconds to go here in the penalty for Eastern Ontario. They're going to want to keep this triangle nice and tight and not give any space to Atlantic Attack here, who are cycling the ring behind the net. Keeping it away from Eastern Ontario. And looking for the reset. You can hear the taps from the goaltender. And it will be called a reset, just chipping off the goaltender here.
Right.
Holding the ring, trying to kill off the time with 4 minutes left to go in this period. So it's going to be a game of control at this point for Atlantic and go for the surprise attack. No wonder why they're called the Atlantic Attack, right?
I know, it's difficult not to say they're on the attack as they are the
exactly.
attack. Right? A good name. Hard for commentators. Good stuff. Perreault wants to drive in there. And the penalty is over, as mentioned here, so full strength. And I don't believe there was any scoring through that. There was not.
There wasn't much. And
even opportunities, no.
Yeah.
That's a great takeaway. Sometimes it's not the scoring opportunities. Whoa, good job. Look at that.
Speaking of scoring, there you go. And right now, the way it's heading, it would be a win period for Eastern Ontario.
That's right. This is a 4th. Exactly. What a great thing to look at. And we're just looking at this, we're just seeing that again. Good individual effort. But, you know, you come off a 4-minute penalty. You don't get a goal against you. That's an achievement against a team like the Atlantic Attack.
Way to respond. Way to respond.
Just
and
individual,
good
and
effort.
Goes back up to the forehand. Beautiful.
Like the stick extension and just having enough room to release that wrist shot there and going for the top net.
Yeah.
Good effort by Eastern Ontario. And good at defending right here.
Melanson with it now in the far corner. Oh, makes an easy move inside. Boy, and backdoor. No, that did.
I think it is a good goal.
Oh, boy.
It seemed very close to the crease.
I'll tell you what, that came off the back of her. Let's see this replay. I don't want to
speculate
here, but to me it looked like it came off the back of her foot, hit the bar, and dropped outside the crease.
Oh, no kidding. Let's see here.
Let's take a look here. I don't want to create any conflict, but check this out.
Oh, okay, yeah, you see the net.
The net came up. Okay, no.
But
obviously, the refs are very close, much closer than we are. But and me, I should say, because I was the one who was like, I don't know. As a goalie father, I'm like, that's no goal.
Oh, of course. Of course we want to defend the goaltender. Yes. But it happens so quickly. Again, speed.
Beautiful shots. Yeah, it's fantastic. The attack, bring it up to 10-3 in the 4th. Good individual play and good movement. Sends a heater up top.
Taking a shot at the shot clock.
Vengeance. Moran looking for space, drops behind the net. The attack. Corbeil's going to curl back. Good pressure. They're down to 18 seconds and they haven't left their zone yet. And this is really a great indication of how well the defense is working, but also the offense in making it difficult to get out. Got a new clock here. It must have been a redirect. We got 4 in on the delayed penalty. Back and forth. Montour, back door. Can't get the shot away right away, and it trickles across the crease. Holy smokes. We're going to win the race, and shot clock violation nonetheless, and it will come back out. Interesting slide here. It is in the defensive zone for Eastern Ontario to get the ring out of their own zone. You don't see this too often. They're able to get it to the neutral zone and picked up. Baltour gets it up deep, hit, back and forth. Into the far corner. Well, that looked like a great opportunity, but good work by the Capitals to close off lanes and reduce that dangerous opportunity. LeBlanc rips one up high. No reset on that, and the Capitals are going to come away with it. Good ring movement there, some contact, and open ice is going to be a penalty for that, and the attack will go to the box for the remainder of the game. We're at 1:01. And that'll even it up. Both teams with player in the box as Capitals were shorthanded. Capitals to the far wall. Sends one in. Moran square for that. Good work against the wall there. Gallant just holding things up, but it will be Eastern Ontario ring off to the right of Moran. Cooper to the corner. Sends one in low. Perreault, second try at it. Boy, the attack just get a stick in that to hold it up long enough, and LeBlanc has to pause for a second at the line. Waits for a return pass. Comes in, fakes, backhand. Pellissac underneath the pad. Great save. Drops it off to the right to try to get out of the zone quickly before the attack can set up a D. Cooper's held up at the line. That was inside. 5 seconds left. There's a shot. Hits a couple players. Second shot. Boom! That's a good goal. Last second. Is that Perreault? I believe it's Perreault put that one in. The dying 2 seconds of the game. And take a look at this. First one hits the D, picks up her own rebound and sends the Heat in top right corner. That'll do it for the game, folks. We saw a great display here from the Atlantic attack. Able to execute when they had their opportunities. Their first 2 goals were on each of their 2 possessions. Great work, Moran. Just a great example of well-placed goaltending. And Eastern Ontario, great speed, lots to work with here. Pellissac again, boy, this game could have been right out of hand. Did a lot of great work there, and certainly some shining moments. So happy to see this game this weekend. We have another game coming up at 1 o'clock. And momentarily we'll have an interview to close out our game, as well as some highlights. As players shake hands on the way out of here. glad you could join us for this on CBC in Canada through the Ringette Canada YouTube on ringette.live. And thank you for our partnership with AWSN carrying this worldwide. It's nice to see more opportunities for people to get in and catch our game. These players coming off. Here we have one more game, as mentioned, at 1 o'clock. And a tiring weekend for some of these teams, certainly playing 2-3 games. There's only 4 teams here at the hub, and each team playing multiple games. Our interview is set up. Cassandra's down, just waiting to get a stick and a helmet off there and getting ready as the players are going to go off, and that should be the last game here. I think the Attack have another game, if I'm not mistaken, at 1 o'clock. And here we go. Looks like, all right, Cassandra down with Richard.
So we're down center ice here with Attack. Julie, Richard, tout un match aujourd'hui, votre première victoire de la fin de semaine, comment on sent?
On se sent très bien, on voulait vraiment gagner. Puis je pense que c'est une belle opportunité pour se préparer pour notre prochain match.
Oui, un match contre Montréal Mission, un peu une revanche du premier match en fin de semaine. C'est quoi l'adaptation qu'on veut faire pour la fin de semaine?
Je pense qu'il faut juste maximiser sur nos opportunités, puis aussi se concentrer sur les petites choses pour que tout va bien.
So she's saying here she wants to concentrate on the small things in order to capitalize on every opportunity when they shoot and to get some advantage against Montreal Mission, who they'll be playing this afternoon. Sinon, c'est quand même une bonne route à faire ici. Vous devez être excité. C'est quoi votre vision là, en regardant la saison à venir?
On est très excités. On prend ça un match à la fois. Puis on a une très belle équipe, très belle énergie. Puis on donne notre 100%.
Oui, ça paraît. Vous avez un très beau score, 10-4, beaucoup de buts de votre côté et aussi du goaltending extraordinaire là, de votre gardienne.
Oui, on est très contente. On va continuer de ce chemin-là.
Excellent. Puis une belle façon pour conclure la fin de semaine, aller chercher la victoire contre Montréal.
Exactement. On s'en vient.
Super. Mais passe une belle fin de semaine et merci à toi. Et bon match tantôt.
Merci beaucoup. Bye.
Donc, back to you, Bank.
Sandra, appreciate that. Nice to always to hear a player's perspective. And let's take a look at the rest of our highlights from this game. And so watch the Attack. Good movement here. Obviously, the experience stabbing. Great chances here. And a lot of penalties in the game, to be honest with you. So we had a lot of opportunities for them to get back into the zone and take advantage. Certainly can't be left alone. That was the major, I believe. And a good example of some defensive work by the Capitals when they could, but Pellisak really standing out. And a little bit of pieces there from the Capitals. Great the last goal by the Capitals here as well, doing some learning. And some excellent execution by both sides. So thank you very much for joining us here in Montreal, the Montreal Hub. Thanks to all of our sponsors and for our crew at ISI Live and Ringette Canada for putting on an excellent event here with the National Ringette League. Thank you for joining us.